Thursday's purse bid has been postponed to June 13th for Canelo Alvarez's IBF super middleweight mandatory against little-known contender William Scull. The extra week gives undisputed 168 lb champion Canelo, 61 to 2-2, 30 months to do, a little more time to consider what he wants to do, according to ESPN. It's a tough situation for Canelo because the 31-year-old Scull, 22 to 0. Coos has somehow risen to the top of the International Boxing Federation's rankings without fighting anyone notable. Canelo can send a message to the IBF by vacating their title, letting them know they need to place obscure fighters in positions to be mandatory challengers. Scull is probably a good fighter, but the fact that he's never fought anyone to be tested is troublesome. Leaves fans wondering what the IBF's thinking process is as an organization for selecting Scull. It's not a good look for the IBF if Canelo vacates their belt, leaving Scull either elevated to champion or fighting for their belt. If he ends up with the IBF's title, how does it benefit the organization to have an obscure fighter who has never been tested holding their title at 168? It doesn't make sense. The Canelo-Scull fight won't attract much fan interest because Scull has never fought anyone good enough to be noticed. If Canelo defends his IBF belt against Scull, it's a PPV that will likely do poorly and hurt his brand. On the flip side, if Canelo vacates, he'll no longer be the undisputed champion, which he values, and needs to make a fight between him and Terence Crawford more meaningful for some fans. Most fans on social media feel Canelo would be better off vacating his IBF title and going in the direction of defending his remaining WBA, WBC, WBO super middleweight titles against one of these contenders. Fans are not interested in Canelo defending against his WBA mandatory Edgar Berlanga because he's never faced anyone talented. He's viewed as an untested fighter who has been maneuvered to the top of the rankings with skillful matchmaking. Berlanga and Scull are similar in that respect.